Video because this is another situation where cops get involved in a unique situation that deals with children. And when I uploaded my video about 5 or 6 days ago from the recording of this video right here, it was gaining some pretty good traction, and that's why I put out videos. I put out videos so that they can be seen, so that the knowledge can be distributed to us, the commoners, the masses, so that we can put feet on the information. Knowledge is power, but that power is nothing unless we do something with it, and that's acting in wisdom. So knowledge or wisdom is the application of knowledge, and that is my hope for every single one of these videos. That's why it's a bummer that this video was taken down. I'm going to give you a glimpse into the back end of my channel right here. It got me a copyright strike from WMOV. That's the news station that actually handled this story right here. And the reason I want to launch this video again is because it's important for you to see what the Hazelwood, Missouri Police Department did to this father of four when he left his four children abandoned on the roadside with no protection. I thought the cops were there to protect and serve you. But instead, we see time after time in video after video where they do the exact opposite of their stated objective. So I want to show you this. It says, I got one copyright. Copyright owner asked us to take down your video because they believe it contains material that violates their copyright. Even though when I make things and when other content creators make things, they're very careful to ensure that they abide by fair use practices. That is, you take a snippet of a news show or a program or a broadcast, you bring it into your content and you substantially change it with your commentary. People are constantly saying, man, why don't you just shut up and let the video run? Well, one of the reasons you don't shut up and let the video run is because of fair use. You have to substantially change it to make the content your own. You can't just copy somebody's stuff, throw it up on the channel, and then speak later. That's why there are interruptions. And that's why I think the commentary, whether you're talking about Audit to Audit or Lackluster or James Freeman, that content is very valuable and very important because they lend a perspective that otherwise wouldn't have been lent, and maybe people might not have considered it unless they interrupted with their commentary. So I have a copyright strike on this, and because of this copyright strike, my channel is, if 2 more copyright strikes and my channel is gone. So here's the video right here. I'm not going to play it because a strike was added to it, and I've got an option to contact the claimant or submit a counter notification. I already did contact the claimant, hoping that they're going to do the right thing. But if they don't respond within a couple days, I'm going to submit a counter notification. But I do want to get this out. The title of this was, and this is from KMOV4, and the journalist that did this was Alex Zotos. It says, police investigation underway after children left behind following an arrest at a traffic stop in Hazelwood. This is Missouri. This is basically the heart of America. You would think if any state would have its act together, it would be Missouri or Oklahoma or Texas, specifically Oklahoma or Missouri, where they actually have laws like constitutional carry, where you don't need a license, a permit, registration for a firearm. But this traffic stop wasn't initiated because they were pursuing a guy with an active warrant who had committed some heinous crime like a bank robbery or shot up a school or anything like that. His crime was he had an expired license plate, and they had a warrant on him for not paying his insurance in 2018. The guy's name is Joseph Hibbler. So it states the Hazelwood Police Chief James Hudanik says, and we're going to investigate ourselves about this traffic stop, and we'll get back with you, and we'll let you know if we think we did anything wrong. Here's a snapshot of this right here. But here's Hibbler up against the car, telling the cops, trying to reason with cops and say, hey, man, you can't take me away. You can't arrest me right now. I got my 4 kids in the car, and I've got no recourse. The cops didn't care. They're not sympathetic to this guy's plight. They literally act like they're agents of the insurance corporation saying, man, you've got an outstanding warrant. We need to bring you before a judge so you can pay our corporation. They have no regard for human life. They have no decency that would steer them along the path of righteousness in doing what is right. And it's infuriating. And people got to know this. If you're traveling through these areas, if they will stop Joseph Hibbler for some expired insurance thing from back in 2008, they'll dig something up on you. And they don't care if your kid's in the car. They don't care if you have multiple kids in the car. And they don't care if when they take you away, they leave your kids to fend for themselves. And how old were these kids? Ages 14, 13, 11, and a 1-year-old. Left them sitting in the car on the roadside. You know, we have an epidemic in this country, just like a lot of countries have an epidemic of child abduction, of child trafficking. And these cops are so insensitive to what's actually going on in the world that they're going to do this. It happened around 11:30 p.m. near Lindbergh and McDonald. Joseph Hibbler was pulled over for an expired license on his way home from a funeral. How about, talk about kicking a guy when he's down. I don't know why it would be 11 p.m. coming home from a funeral. Maybe he had a long distance to drive and he was going from state to state and he just had to get home or whatever. But he's coming home from a funeral. He's already depressed about that. He's got his kids in the car. Now he gets pulled over by the cops because he's got an expired registration. I doubt that the guy was driving in a corporate capacity. What do you think? I doubt that he was engaged in commerce. Oh, that's not part of your conspiracy theories. Engaged in commerce, you're talking about driving for the traveling. You're so just we're not going to listen to you anymore. Hey, look it up, man. I don't write the laws. I don't write the rules, regulations, and ordinances. They're all there, but they're conveniently forgotten about them when a corporate entity hires a corporate agent to come up to the side of your car to harass and collect from you. Hibbler says the officer told him that he had an open warrant. The warrant stemmed from a citation of a 2018 over what? None other than vehicle insurance. Oh my gosh, this must be a heinous criminal. We got to take this guy off the street. Thank God the people of Missouri are safer knowing that Joseph Hibbler, you insurance fraudster, are off the street. He described what was going on through his mind when the officer told him to get out of the car and handcuff him. He said, my children are in the car. There's no way they're going to take me away from my children. And that's the thought of a regular human being who possesses critical thinking skills. And I'm talking about Joseph Hibbler. When you get pulled over by a cop, you might as well be getting pulled over by an alien from another planet because they don't go by your moral code. They're operating on a completely different plane than you. And that plane is, I gotta follow orders. I gotta be the conformist I shouldn't be instead of the moralist I should be. I'm gonna do what I'm told regardless of what is right. Hey, the laws are the laws, and the law states we gotta put the torture cuffs on you, throw you in the back of our car, kidnap you, and put you into an RAPE cage. Who cares about your children? I'm just gonna do my duty. I'm gonna do my job. Hey, I'm just following orders. I didn't write the laws. I just enforced them. That's the problem with the world. We got enforcers. We've got law enforcers, policy enforcers. We don't have peacekeepers. A bystander captured the traffic stop on camera, thank God. And that's what I said in the first video. That's why even if it doesn't pertain to you, you want to get out your video camera. Because whenever it does happen to you, you want somebody else to pull over and get out their video camera so you can have some kind of evidence of how you were treated by the law enforcement, policy enforcement, state agents. Otherwise, their body cams and dash cameras can mysteriously be disappeared, held up in court, edited, redacted. By the time you get it, it doesn't look anything like what actually happened, and they can paint you in a pretty bad light. Hibbler is heard stating, it isn't even serious as police hold him against the squad car and moments later tase him. I gotta put the hurt on him. Gotta put the hurt on the, oh, you're a father? Well, let's do this in front of your kids. Remember Johnny Wheatcroft? How many times was he tased in the nether regions in front of his kids? Meanwhile, the 4 kids, ages 14, 13, 11, and 1-year-old, sit in the car. The video shows police drive Hibbler away and then check on the kids, asking if any of them had a driver's license. Then the officers leave the scene. Hey, any of you kids, the oldest being 14, any of you guys got a driver's license? If it's true that they asked a 14-year-old, I mean, granted, there might be some 14-year-olds out there that look like 18-year-olds, but no common sense. Zero. Out the door. Never had it. Probably never had it. So it says the video from the bystander shows the car on the side of the road with the children inside. Anything could have happened to those kids. It didn't, but it could have. Somebody's brake line blows out, or tire blows, or tie rod, or they're falling asleep at the wheel, or somebody's texting and not paying attention and rear-ending that car and seriously hurting or maybe even killing some or all the kids. Or somebody going, hey, a car full of kids. Hey, the industry has a great demand for youngsters. Let's go after them. And even that, you know why they don't care? It is because of qualified immunity. It is. Why did they initially pull it over? Because they believe, under Terry v. Ohio and Pennsylvania versus Mims, that they have the right to do that. Oh yeah, you weren't weaving on the side of the road, but we saw that your license plate was expired and you weren't paying the registration to the state, to the king. You didn't pay the king, so we're his loyal subjects. We're going to pull you over and give you a good harassing and even take you down. Who cares about your kids? So, there's more to the article. I don't know if I should read all of it because of how tenuous the thing is with Cam.
Indicators I've seen on your skills brand exercises, I do believe you've been drinking tonight, and too much to be operating motor vehicle on the roadway. Okay, so I'm placing you on the rest of this time. So
why are they cuffing him? Why are you guys cuffing him? What did he do?
No, don't be walking up on me.
Excuse me, bro. Don't fucking put your hands on me.
You're starting to escalate here.
Wherever he goes, you're going to wait. Unfortunately, you're going to be waiting a little while.
Yeah, that's fine.
So,
I'll wait. I don't care.
but unfortunately, we're not a taxi service. We're not going to offer a ride down here, right?
Right here.
My fucking shoes. Don't grab me.
Yeah.
Dude, you feel good? You feel good grabbing?
Go stand over there.
You feel good grabbing?
She can go if she does that again. That's the second warning.
Because you want to act like a fucking dick if you like kids.
Okay.
Good for you. It's littering a crime. Okay, I'm sorry. No, sorry, sir. I'm sorry. I'll pick him up.
Feel like
No, I won't do it again.
Hold your
I
feet
can't do
over
that.
here
I'm
now.
gonna freak out.
1,
grab
2, put them over here. Cross my ankles now.
Please don't touch. Please don't touch. Y'all are slaves. I'm going into his trade, and this fucking dope is the owner of it. You suck, man. We had a good talk. I'm gonna expose your ass when we get out of here. Am I going to jail with all the people who are gonna me?
Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel. Don't forget to grab a shirt and become a channel member. This video comes from Body Cam Watch. It's entitled 18-Year-Old Acts Tough Until the Cuffs Come Out. Now here's a question before we get started. Do cops deserve any level of respect? And do they earn the hatred of the public on a daily basis as they enforce their roadside piracy operations?
I tell you, you need to move.
interfering is a physical
You
act.
need to move. You
So-
don't know the statute.
So-
You need to move. You don't know the statute.
So-
You need
Hey,
to
that's-
move.
that's assault.
That is assault.
I got it.
The Random Patriot and Auditing Arkansas went to question the Hot Springs, Arkansas police about this Halloween incident.
Q, an apparent confrontation between Fort and Hot Springs police on Halloween night has circulated as a dramatic viral video.
You played all those already.
Here's the deal, okay?
You're not allowed to run my information without some proper cause. And what is your proper cause for running it?
I'm only gonna ask you one more time to give me your license.
I don't care if you ask me 30 times. I have a driver's license and you don't have no reason to stop me.
Turn this into something that doesn't have to be.
If I'm turning into what it is, I'm gonna ask you to get your supervisor out here because I know you're lying.
This man verbally pummels a whole gaggle of cops who make up a bunch of BS on him at a traffic stop. And he gets it all on video.
You didn't run my license. You lying. You didn't run my license. Now, this officer, I asked him what was the proper cause for him to initiate this traffic stop, and he lied to me. The same reason I was stopped several days ago when I videotaped you as well as Officer Beatty for the same type of activity when I was riding through Johnson home and was stopped. You have an extra grant. You have an extra grant because I've exposed you here on YouTube and Facebook also as being tantamount to a killer. You don't have the integrity it takes to be a peace officer. You need to be driving a garbage truck somewhere. Because you're not a police officer. You're a racist skinhead, and you, along with the rest of your crew, these people are dirty cops, and I call them for what they are. They're a group of Klansmen, a group of bullies, and I call them exactly as I see them.
Welcome back to the Here's the Deal channel.
Here's the deal. Okay.
Okay.
Under state law, anytime that you were stopped and a police officer orders you to gives us your driver's license, you're required to do that.
Orders you to give me your driver's license? Have you been drinking, officer? Don't you love it when Americans have the balls to stand up for their rights and confront bully tyrants? Bravo Mike is driving down the road minding his own beeswax when up comes Officer B. McAllister from the Dothan, Alabama Police Department. You may remember this Dothan tyrant, Officer Fisher, badge number 1146, conducting a fishing expedition on Jeff Gray back in late 2020.
You're going to be providing me with your social security number, your driver's license number if you know it, your date of birth, your address, and your full name.
Am I free to go?
No, you are not. And if you don't provide the information that I'm asking for that report, because you have caused this situation and me to be brought here, yes, you will be arrested for obstructing governmental operation.
Well, this right here is a situation that happened 3 years prior to that interaction where bad boy Officer B. McAllister, badge number 1138, pulls a man over for no reason and then makes up a reason on the fly. Everything that comes out of this badge bully's mouth is pure BS.
What's the problem?
He's doing this cell phone.
Yes, sir. What's your
Officer
problem?
McAllister with the police department. The reason I stopped you is your license has been canceled.
Really?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because I ran out whenever I saw you pass me just a minute ago.
Is that so?
It is. You have your driver's
No.
license on you?
Let me ask you something.
Do you have your driver's license on you?
I'm gonna ask you something because I know you're lying. First of all, this is a form of racial profiling and harassment by the DPD because I've been filming you all and putting you on
Do
Facebook.
you have your driver's license on you?
Are you familiar with racial profiling?
I'm very familiar with racial profiling. I know what it is.
Well, if
That's
you-
not what this is. What
well,
this
why
is
would you
is
stop me
what
then?
this is you don't have a license. Your
Did
license is not valid.
did you notice me in the process of committing any crime, violating any traffic law?
You were driving without a license.
And you know that because you just rolled past me on the corner about 2 blocks ago. It takes you long enough to access my information. How did you run my information without having my DOB and my social?
Do you have your
Do
license?
you have my DOB and social?
Do you have your license?
Of course I do.
Okay. I need to see it, please.
If you give me some justification for why you stopped me.
I need to see your license, please.
No, you do not. Because you're lying, first of all.
Here's the deal. Okay.
Okay, here's the part where here's the deal metastasizes into a BS excuse on why he's authorized to steamroll over your rights. And you've got no choice but to sit there and take it. Let him have it, Officer McAllister.
Here's the deal. Okay. Under state law, anytime that you were stopped and a police officer orders you to gives us your driver's license, you're required to do that.
Under state law, you're not allowed to use that let system arbitrarily. You're not allowed to run my information without some proper cause. And what is your proper cause for running it?
I'm only going to ask you one more time to give me your license.
I don't care if you ask me 30 times. I have a driver's license and you don't have no reason to stop me.
Turn this into something that doesn't have to be.
If I'm turning into what it is, it's a racial profiling, and that's why I'm recording you. Now, I'm going to ask you to get your supervisor out here because I know you're lying.
My supervisor's right there.
Okay, fine. Have him come out here. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get to the bottom of this right here.
Okay, let's get to the bottom of it. Your license has been canceled.
So you say.
Okay.
Now I say otherwise. You didn't run my license. You're lying. You didn't run my license. Officer McAllister. No, you did not.
I've got it pulled up if you'd like to come see
Okay.
it.
Well,
Check
see about that.
627 status on Brock Mike Evans Apple.
And this is what I've been reporting on right here, Facebook, and other viewers on social media, especially on YouTube. I want you all to tune in and see just how the law enforcement here in Dothan is conducting, how taxpayer money is being spent. Because I have recorded these people and I have exposed them, they have continued to harass me on every corner.
Who wants to talk to my supervisor and you're it right now?
Yes, sir. Your question, supervisor.
I am. You are.
Connor.
You Corporal Connor. Now, this officer, I asked him what was the proper cause of him initiating this traffic stop, and he lied to me. The same reason I was stopped several days ago when I videotaped you as well as Officer Beatty for the same type of activity when I was riding through Johnson home and was stopped for no apparent reason.
I was acting supervisor on that day, yes.
Okay, good. Now, I want you to instruct him to ask him what was his purpose for stopping me and what traffic laws am I suspected of violating. Ask him that.
He explained that to you, sir.
He did not explain that to me because I have not been cited for any violation. He does not. He don't have any suspicions of
violations that day.
Well, I'm talking about this. This is a whole new day. This is September 7th, 2017. It's a whole new day.
What did he say?
Ask him. Ask him. He may tell you the truth. He told me a lie.
Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to change your opinion here by asking him.
So I'm saying to you, what is the proper cause for him stopping me and asking me for anything? What is the proper cause? Can you ask him that? Because you don't know. You just pulled up.
Whatever he told you.
And it's a lie. So I'm asking you, what is the proper cause?
Whatever he told you.
So what's the purpose? Bring your supervisor out here because apparently you don't seem to be correcting his behavior. You ain't cahoots with his behavior. You have an accident grind. You have an accident grind because I've exposed you here on YouTube and Facebook also as being tantamount to a killer. You just almost assassinated a man 5 or 6 years ago. You still on the force. Well, you shot Abraham Howard several times, unarmed man in the vehicle.
So do you want to speak to me or not?
I want to speak to your supervisor because you're not resolving the issue.
Other ones in around.
Please do.
In the meantime, you need to get your license, proof of insurance.
I'm looking for it, but I'm gonna ask him.
You're not looking for it.
Well, I'm looking for it. If you,
No, you're not.
I'm in the process of looking for it. But I can give you information if you need it.
Well, provide it to this officer.
Okay, well, I'm waiting till your supervisor get him.
Okay. Well, you still gonna refuse to give me your license?
I'm not refusing to give you anything. I'm looking for it.
You still haven't given it to me.
Because you still hadn't told me the truth about why you
I
stopped
told
me.
you the truth. More than one. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to make up your version of the truth.
This ain't no version. I'm not making up anything. I'm citing exactly what you're doing.
Make up your version of the truth if you want to. That's fine. But the truth is, your license is canceled.
According to you. I say otherwise. And I'm going to prove to you otherwise when your supervisor gets here. And I'm going to prove that you're lying because you didn't run them.
Okay.
How long did it take to get licensed, matter of fact? How long did it take to go get them? You don't know?
My license has always been current since I was 16. I never lost it.
Okay.
For driving suspended and driving.
Well, you need to be doing something else driving a garbage truck. And you don't need to be an officer. You don't have the integrity to take to be a peace officer. You need to be driving a garbage truck somewhere. Because you're not a police officer. You're a racist skinhead and you're along with the rest of your crew. That's what you are. You're a racist skinhead and you're a liar and you're deceptive. You're deceptive. You don't have the integrity to wear that badge. I'm going to make sure that this complaint go formal right here. It's going to go viral.
I'll give you all the information you need to do.
I got enough information. What's your badge number, by the way?
1138.
1138? Okay, fine.
On my card? I got a card.
Yeah, give me your card. I'm going to file a complaint on you as soon as I leave this stop. This is Officer Blake McAllister. Badge number 1138.
2 L's. Make sure that you spell it right.
Okay, I'll make sure I spell it right. I'm going to attach your card as an addendum to my complaint. So people have a tendency to think I make this stuff up against these people, but I don't make this stuff up. These people ride around and harass and attempt to intimidate. Now, I've already placed copies of everything on Facebook and other forms of social media just to let people know this is what we can expect from these people on a daily basis. It's just not Kevin Southwell they're harassing. It's any black male. This is what happens in Dothan on a daily basis.
See, this is where I take issue. It's not just black males. Authoritarians don't see color. They just want to dominate and control anybody who's not in their thin blue line cult.
Now you got viewers on here that say, man, why don't you just give me your license? Well, sometimes you have to take these things to the next level in order to get some real understanding and some real truth out of these people because the truth from them don't even exist. Now I was just spotted a couple blocks up the street, and because of the incident that took place on Saturday, September 3rd, 2017, here in Dothan, I was stopped by an officer in Beatty, along with this same Corporal Connor, and cited for not having a driver license, not having insurance, not having a proper tag, and for not producing a felony registration card, which is required in the state of Alabama. Now, I was released and allowed to go on about my business after receiving 3 violations and a warning ticket about mutilated altered tag. And also, in order for him to determine or ascertain that my tag was not valid, he had to run my tag in. Now, a lot of people say, okay, well, all they had to do is look at your tag. No, they couldn't just look at that tag. The tag had a September decal on it, and there was no way to look at that tag and tell it was not current. Okay, I didn't produce an insurance card because I didn't feel like he was being truth with me. And when you start lying to me, then all truth and all respect goes out the window. I have no respect for racist supremacists, skinheads, Klansmen, and deceitful police officers masquerading as peace officers. These people are not law enforcement. These people are dirty cops, and I call them for what they are. They're a group of Klansmen, a group of bullies, and I call them exactly as I see them. But we about to show them for what they are right now and make this whole escapade, this whole facade they're doing, come crumbling down. And if our chief of police and our mayors and our city commissioners won't do anything about this, and we've asked for help from the NAACP, we've asked for help from everybody, but I'm saying my movement now is to save ourselves. Save ourselves and then save our sons. In order to do that, we have to press forward with the truth. So this is a job that somebody has to do. But one thing you'll learn about me on here is that I speak the truth and I stand behind the truth. And that's the only way to be out here. The truth is on my side. The law is on my side.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. You the supervisor on duty?
Yes, sir.
Excuse me. You the sergeant?
Yes, sir.
All right, sergeant. Now I asked the officer, he stopped me and said that he wanted to run my license or whatever, wanted to give him my license. I asked him what was the proper cause for initiating this stop. And I told, listen, let me just say what I'm saying first.
Your license is showing in the state system is canceled.
Okay, well you want to hear me out, and then I don't mind providing information to you, but I know he's lying, okay? And so if you come up here and automatically assume that he's telling the truth, then I'm gonna dispel that truth if you just listen to me.
Okay.
I asked him why did he stop me to begin with? I felt like he was abusing the police power, first of all. If he ran my license, which he said he did, which I know he didn't, how would you run my license without having my DOB and social? He ride around with it in his car with him?
Because you're well known in the city. You're also well known for driving without a driver.
And I'm also well known for filming the police and exposing the corruption and racial profiling, which is what I'm doing today. Nothing more, nothing less. Now, I have a valid driver's license. Okay. And I will show you this valid driver's license. Okay. But I'm saying, is it proper for him to just run my information randomly?
Yes, if he has reasonable suspicion that you don't have a driver's license.
And where would that reasonable suspicion come from?
Which the state is showing on our system that it's canceled.
Okay.
When they ran it through NCI.
Did you run it? Did you run it yourself?
Yes.
You know this?
Yes.
You did run it. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to show you, if you allow me, I'm going to show you something to dispel that notion. Because I know that if you ran it, if I got a valid driver's license and I got the reinstatement letter here to show you that my license is valid, there's my driver's license right there.
The state hasn't. Apparently hasn't updated that.
Apparently,
that's what we have to go by.
Okay, well, what you should go by is the people around here committing crimes, breaking laws and shooting and killing people and putting guns to babies here. That should be the crime that you are pursuing instead of chasing Kevin Sappho down because you don't like it. Because I know that you haven't, but I'm saying this officer stopped me on numerous occasions. Okay. It don't take but 30 minutes to go to the DMV and get some driver's license.
Okay.
So what he going on is based on what his buddies told him. I don't have a driver's license. He spotted me 2 blocks away. It takes longer than that to make a phone call home.
It's showing on the computer that your license is
It takes longer than that to make a phone call home, man. I know how long he was behind me.
I'm just telling you because I saw it.
Well, I'm gonna file a complaint against him and it shows his video will show him turning the block at that last traffic light. He turned around and followed me to this spot. It takes longer than that.
Do you know how to file a complaint?
Of course I do.
Okay.
And I got plenty of them on my computer.
And you're well within your right to do that.
Okay.
I would suggest contacting the state and ask them to update your DMV record.
Okay. Well, so I don't have to do that because I got the reinstatement letter in my possession. I got my driver's license in my possession. I got my insurance in my possession, and that's a valid tag. So there was no reason for him to stop me.
We don't know that. We have to go by what the state of Alabama, when we run you on the program that we have called Move, we go by that.
Okay.
And then dispatch does a check on the primary database through a CGIS, NCIC, which updates more currently than Move. We don't have access to that. What we run is through Move. It's Alabama Mobile Officer Virtual Environment is what it's
Okay.
called.
And I'm sure it takes more than 30 seconds to come back. I've been stopped by the police 75 to 100 times. I know it takes more than 5 seconds for it to come back. He followed me from that traffic light, which is 2 blocks away, to this point right here. He didn't have time to get dispatch on the phone and to check all this movement.
Dispatch doesn't check that. We check it in the car, sir.
Okay, well, I doubt he had time to type my name in and get a response back that fast. But if he did, it's still a form of racial profiling because he spotted me knowing this is the truck that I drive and seeing Kevin Sappho decide he wanted to stop me.
It's not racial profiling.
Okay, well, what is it then? Is it, you call that good policing? It's a traffic stop.
Yes, sir.
It ain't no random traffic stop because he know who I am, so it's not random.
But it's not racial.
Okay, I call it racial.
ask you to put the video camera away.
Hi, I'm Bob, and I'm with the government. Yeah, we got cameras everywhere surveilling your every move, but I gotta ask you to put your camera away.
And that's an order, partner. I must ask you to put the video camera away.
This is a public.
Yes,
Public.
I understand that, sir.
Okay? Apparently you don't.
But
And
what
if
does
you're,
the sign say right here, sir?
but you just told me you have,
Right here, no
you,
video or photography, please, to protect patient privacy.
no, Officer Young, I'm gonna help you educate them. I have a legal right to be here. First Amendment.
You are disturbing them.
No, I'm not.
You are. You're making them uncomfortable.
Oh, see, here we go with their feelings. Are you a feelings police? Or are you a law enforcement? Know your place. Their feelings do not trump my rights. So you need to know that.
You may not record here.
Yes, I am.
No, you
I
may
will.
not.
Policy doesn't trump. Sergeant, I'm going to tell you this. You will be named in a federal lawsuit. Do you understand that? You need to educate your sergeant, Young.
Go!
Apparently she's uneducated. Don't give me directives, Young. No expectation of privacy in public. Learn that. You're gonna learn that real quick. Don't trample on my rights.
There's a new patriot in town with a fairly new channel. His name is Private Patriot. Today, he's at the Coffee County Health Department Tullahoma Clinic in Coffee County, Tennessee, to see if everything's in order in our government-subsidized health clinic. That's right, ours. They get government money, so taxpayers are basically shareholders, and all publicly accessible areas and public employees are subject to our scrutiny. That's why Private Patriot is there. Now, later in the video, we're going to hear claims that you can't record in these areas because it violates HIPAA law.
People here are protected by HIPAA.
So stay tuned, because we're going to get some clarity on the grave misunderstanding of the application of that law. Let's see if the servants who work there respect Private Patriot's right to record in public.
Office hours.
Hey, sir, can I help you?
No, ma'am. I'm just videotaping.
Okay, well, you're not really allowed to videotape in here because there's privacy for other patients.
Okay, why is that? Because there's privacy for other patients? You guys have to make privacy. I don't.
You what?
You guys have to create that privacy. I don't. This is a public building and a public lobby. So,
but if there's other patients in here, I'm sure.
right, I'm not here to get their personal information.
Right. Is there something I can help you?
No, no. I'm just videotaping. I'm checking out your building and your employees and see how you guys do.
Are you working for somebody?
No.
Who do you work for?
I'm an independent journalist.
Okay.
Gathering story on this facility here, so for a publication. So,
I want to talk about you.
yes, ma'am. Go ahead. How are you? Another Karen, I see.
Vouchers.
And who are you?
I'm the director of the health department here. My name is Pam Browning.
Okay.
We have a policy for protection of the privacy of our patients.
Okay,
here.
now let me educate you a little bit, okay? This is a public building.
Okay, do you have some information? Do you have a card?
No, ma'am. I'm an independent journalist, gathering story,
Yes.
gathering content for a story.
This is a medical. People here are protected by HIPAA.
People here are protected by HIPAA?
They have a
HIPAA,
right to privacy.
here's the thing. You guys, that's on you guys for protection, not me.
We
I
have
am a
policy.
free
You
American.
cannot videotape.
Okay.
Of course, Private Patriot is absolutely right. HIPAA is the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act of 1996. It was enacted by the 104th Congress and signed into law by Slick Willie Clinton. Hey, look, it's Dennis Hastert, who's the Speaker of the House for 8 years and second in line to become the President of the United States. He was later convicted by a federal judge of being a serial child molester. And he's standing there behind a child. You gotta love Washington's District of Criminals. But I digress. According to HHS.gov, so we're going to go straight to the top of the authoritative source on this issue, the HIPAA law only applies to those who conduct health transactions. They state in part The HIPAA privacy rule establishes national standards to protect individuals' medical records and other individually identifiable health information, collectively defined as protected health information, and applies to health plans, healthcare clearinghouses, and those healthcare providers that conduct certain healthcare transactions electronically. That's funny. Nothing in there about being the responsibility of men with cameras in public lobbies, Madam Director Pam Browning. The rule requires appropriate safeguards, Pam, to protect the privacy of protected health information and sets limits and conditions on the uses and disclosures that may be made of such information without an individual's authorization. So, who's responsible for providing for those appropriate safeguards, Pam? Healthcare providers. So let's think about this. What Private Patriot is doing here is actually a public service in order to determine if those safeguards are in place. And what better way to do that than to receive a visit from a member of the public from time to time in order to audit the performance of the healthcare providers to make sure they're in compliance with HIPAA.
I'm exercising my First Amendment right now.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
Good citizen. So if you want to call the police, go right ahead. I'm sure they'll educate you.
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I'm not
Do you
going
have
to leave.
business
I'm
here?
going to. Oh, ma'am. I do. I'm gathering information for a story.
Okay. Would you like to speak to our PIO, Public Information Officer? Is there
Sure,
something that I
ma'am.
can help you with? What is your purpose of your
I'm
visit
gathering
here today?
information.
For what purpose?
I'm videoing
what
for a
purpose?
story.
A story regarding the health department?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, can I provide you with any information? I must ask you to put the video camera away.
I must ask you to put the video camera away.
No, ma'am. I'm going to respectfully decline.
Okay, would you please call the
Yes, ma'am.
Sure, you have the phone, sorry.
But see, that's the problem with you public service. You don't understand that this is a public lobby, okay?
Yes, it is.
If HIPAA law is on you guys, not on me. Whatever I can see in public, I can videotape. You understand?
But you don't have business here.
I do.
Other than you won't give me your name.
I don't
you
have
won't
to.
tell me
I
the
don't.
purpose.
I don't have to give you that information. I don't see that's what you guys don't understand.
Okay.
And your policy doesn't trump my First Amendment right. I'm sorry.
Okay.
We run into this all the
We'll
time.
get
Okay,
some
all right.
here.
Please do.
I'm respectfully asking you to put away the
And I'm
video.
respectfully declining.
I will hook
Okay.
you up with any information you want.
So
or try to help
what's
you.
what's the problem with the camera? Are y'all scared of cameras?
No,
I
I'm
mean,
not scared of cameras.
Usually when people like this tell us to
I'm
put our cameras
protecting the
down,
privacy of the people who are in this building.
this is a public.
Yes,
I
understand that, sir.
Okay? Apparently you don't,
But if you
because
don't have business here, then
there's
I
no
have
expectation of privacy in public. See, that's the thing that you guys don't get.
Okay.
No expectation of privacy in public.
Okay.
And see, she's saying that she can't be videotaped. She's a public servant. She said she didn't want to be videotaped. She's a public servant, man.
It's a little unnerving to have a videotape in your face when you're trying to do your job, sir.
Oh my God, our feelings. Here we go, feelings. This is my First Amendment right.
Okay.
See,
We'll
this
sort
is,
this out.
okay, all right.
What,
We
else,
sure
what
will.
would you like to know besides videotaping the lobby? What else would you like to know?
I'm just looking at information. I'm watching your employees,
Okay.
and I'm checking up on my government. Simple as that.
There you go. If you would like
Okay.
to have, it says right here, if you would like information, you contact me. We have the comptroller's office. If you would like to contact someone in Nashville
Right, but
about what you're seeing,
so you guys violate people's rights? So people can,
violating any right.
that is your violence. See, that's what you don't understand. People are allowed to film.
Okay.
And if you're,
What does the sign say right here, sir?
but you just told me you have,
Right here. No
you,
video or photography, please, to protect patient privacy.
Video or photography, please, to protect
Patient privacy.
Please do not.
But see, here's that thing, please. And here again, you go with
I cannot make you leave the building.
right. You have a policy, and I'm politely declining.
Okay, then we're
Okay.
at an impasse.
Okay, then we'll sort it out with the police.
That's absolutely right, sir.
Okay, all right. See, guys, this is what we run into all the time. So we'll deal with the popos, the little piggies, like always. We got Karens here. Probably some Darrens in here. Tell them to hurry, man with the camera. Hope they come with sirens.
Okay. They're on their way. They're not here yet. What did they say? Are they coming? Yes. They're on their way.
Oh, good.
He said that there's no, he has a right to videotape the public library, or public lobby, and HIPAA doesn't apply to him because this is a public lobby.
I didn't say that, ma'am. I said that you have to provide that. So if you're gonna lie, let's do it right. Oh, look, the police is here.
Hello.
Officer Young.
How you doing, man?
How are you?
Good. Okay. Good.
Hope you educate them, officer.
Hello. How are you, man?
I'm Amber, I'm with Director and this gentleman has come in. We have a policy to please don't videotape the program of patients for, the health department. They don't need to know who's here, or overhearing what their business is. We have immediate contact. If he's an independent blogger or a reporter, we have a PIO who can help him with information that he needs. He won't tell me his name, the purpose of his visit, so I've asked him to please leave.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're still here?
So this is for him to fill out?
I'm sorry, bye.
No, Officer Young, I hope you educate them. I have a legal right to be here. First Amendment. So.
No name, no purpose. We have a sign posted to please not videotape. He's videotaping my employees trying to do their job.
That's a policy. Policy does not trump my First Amendment right now.
Come talk with me.
I'll stay right here, officer. I ain't got no reason to go outside.
You don't want to?
No, I'll talk to you right here.
Okay.
So what do you got to... Wow, look, guys, we got 3 officers for somebody with a camera.
For somebody who's concerned about one guy with a camera, now we've got cops 3 deep, each with their own cameras. You're one brilliant crispy cookie, aren't you, Pam?
Yeah. Okay. So what can we do for you today?
I am exercising. I'm an independent journalist, gathering content for a story. I'm exercising my First Amendment right. This is a public lobby. I can be here. I'm adjusting my government. Okay? They have a policy. Policy doesn't trump my First Amendment. Okay? HIPAA doesn't relate to me. They have to create their privacy. I'm not here for ill intent. I'm not here for anything illegal. Right? But policy doesn't trump my First Amendment rights. So you're here to uphold. I do all the public buildings. If you want to check, I just left the probation office over there.
Okay.
Very respectful, but you need to educate them. You took an oath to the Constitution, so you have to uphold my First Amendment rights, officer.
I'm not here to...
Well, you need to inform this lady right here.
Rights. I'm just here to ask right here.
I do everywhere. So policy does not trump, and this lady right here doesn't seem to understand that. Policy doesn't trump my constitutional rights. So I'm just warning you. I'm putting you on notice that if you...
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, if you violate my rights, then there will be litigation. So,
Sir, I'm not here to violate anything.
well, please educate these people.
Okay.
Terrified of your camera. Are
I'm
you...
not here to be confrontational either, so let's not do that.
All right. Are you feelings, officer? Are you the Constitution officer? You did. You did. You know exactly who I am.
So you know my demeanor.
I do.
This is exactly how I am all the time.
I'm here to educate them, okay?
That's just me. I love to keep peace.
Right. Right.
And that's my whole intent in anything.
Yeah, and I got you on video. Yeah, we've had our interaction, officer.
We have.
Yeah, you know what I do. So
I do.
the people's watching. So I would like for you to educate this lady on First Amendment rights, constitutional rights.
Her for your video. I will not do that.
Okay. Well, you need to inform her that I'm allowed
And
to
I
be
will
here.
Speak with her.
Okay.
I will not
Please
do that
Please
for
do.
your video. Okay.
All right. Well,
I'll speak with her.
well, if you're out here, well, y'all need to take it back there then. But I'm allowed to be here. So just know that. Okay.
So,
All right. I don't answer no questions.
my name is Officer Jones, Home Police Department.
All right, Officer Jones, name and badge number, please.
I just gave you my name.
All right, badge number.
510. Okay.
All right.
So, yes, it's a public law, as you said, that's right. Okay. Well,
Mhm.
these people also have their right to be here because it's public law.
No, they do have a right to be here, but there's no expectation of privacy in public. You need to understand that, officer.
But
You need to understand that.
another thing you need to understand is you are disturbing me.
No, I'm not.
You are. You're making me uncomfortable.
Oh,
Video.
see, here we go with their feelings. Are you a feelings police? Or are you a law enforcement? No, know your place.
It's wrong conduct and you're causing disturbance. to the
That's
general
not disorderly.
public. This is a public place.
Okay, well, I tell you what. If you think that that's true, go ahead and arrest me. And when you do, by this evening, I'll have a lawsuit filed against you. Do you understand? Because their feelings do not trump my rights. So you need to know that.
That's a statute of disorderly conduct.
That is not statute of disorderly conduct. I'm not filming no personal information. I'm here to video tape the people here, the public servants.
Hello, my name's Sergeant Brooke Arthur. Okay, so this is the health department. People's private information is protected. They haven't posted that there's no video or photography.
Now, let me explain this to
Let me
you.
finish the walk.
No, let me explain this to you. I am a free citizen. Understand that.
Listen.
Their policy does not trump my First Amendment rights. Do you
have
understand
the
that?
rights to people's private health.
I'm not here for their
information.
private information.
If you want to be in
They
the
have to
facility,
create
you
that.
can have a seat.
They have to create
You
that.
can have a seat. You may not report here.
Yes, I am.
No, you
I
may
will.
not.
Policy doesn't trump. Sorry, I'm going to tell you this.
You may not.
If you do something that this is a public area, I'm just going to tell you,
Public area.
you will be filed in the federal
These
lawsuit.
people's information.
You will be named in a federal lawsuit. Do you understand that?
These
They have to create that privacy. I don't.
Okay. And
Apparently, you don't
videoing
know.
These individuals. while
I'm
they're
not trying to
here,
videotape them. They're in a public area. Okay, there's no expectation. No expectation of privacy in public.
Yeah, they're filling out documentation.
No expectation of privacy in public, ma'am. All right, Sergeant. So, no. So, you go do what you got to do, but I'm going to tell you this. You'll be named in the federal litigation, okay?
These
So,
people are
go ahead.
protected. It is posted there.
It's a policy, ma'am. Policy does not trump First
Their
Amendment.
building.
It's
There's
not
people's
their,
private
this is
information.
my building too.
There's people's
This is my
private-
building too.
and
Okay, Sergeant, I'm done with you.
private healthcare
I'm done with
information.
you.
Here's the only thing that I have. Okay.
You need to educate your sergeant, young. Apparently she's uneducated.
If you want to be in the building, that's fine, but you
That's
can't
why she's
report people's private information.
Here's the thing. Here's where I'm at. Like I said, I'm a peaceful person. You can do what you like, okay?
I know that.
I'm just going to tell you this.
Don't give me directives, young.
I'm
Okay?
just going to tell you this.
Tell me that, but don't give me directives. I know my rights.
Sharing information with you.
All right. What do you got?
The people that are sitting here,
I'm not trying to videotape them.
they feel that you are.
Okay, well, their feelings does not matter, Sergeant. Or young, you should know this. There's no.
I'm going to get there eventually.
I hope so. Maybe she needs to take your place.
No.
Yeah.
I've learned from her.
No expectation of privacy in public. Learn that. You're gonna learn that real quick.
All right.
So I wish to God you would
Respectfully
violate.
asking you to please
See,
stop
once again,
recording.
I'm respectfully declining. There's nothing you can do about it.
I just feel like
There's
I
nothing you
as a
can do
person
about
to
it,
respect
Sergeant.
people's privacy would be really nice of you.
Okay. But see, once again, here we go. Are you the feelings police? Are you the feelings police?
No, but you're
Are
a
you law
person,
enforcement?
not a person. I can still talk to you as a person.
Okay. But you're not going to step on my rights. That's when I get upset. Okay, do you understand that?
And
Do you understand
I
that?
haven't taken your camera. I haven't forced you to leave.
You can't do that. I wish to God you would.
I'm not. I'm talking to you.
I wish to God you would. because that would be a major lawsuit. Please, I've got a lawyer on standby. So please go ahead and do what you're going to do, but you need to be educated. Okay? There's no expectation of privacy.
I think that I haven't given you an order to leave. I haven't taken
You can't.
anything from, and I haven't. But I've just asked you to respect people's privacy.
Okay, it's not like I'm up there on the computers getting their information.
I know, but people
Them-
surveys information.
This is a public lobby. Public lobby. Okay, I'd go to your police station. I can film there too.
Absolutely.
Okay, so don't sit here and try to tell me that you're going to do something. I wish to God you would. I wish you would.
I hate that you feel that way.
Because see, this is people. That damn policy right there don't mean shit.
Is there
It
anything
doesn't
else we
mean
can do
nothing.
today?
No, thank you. Bye.
I can lawfully be here too.
Okay.
Once again, it is good to meet you.
Officer Young, I've got good praises about you.
Sorry it is under these circumstances, but
This is my First Amendment right you're trampling on. What do you mean? Why am I angry about this? Your sergeant just did. Your sergeant's an idiot. Okay? It is my opinion. I'm not mad. When you try to trample, because I respect that flag and that oath I took. Okay? I served my country. You took an oath too, didn't you? To serve, to protect the constitutional rights, right? Okay. Then why are you here with me having this conversation? Okay, so I need the call number for this because I'm going to be pulling that. Is your body cam on?
Absolutely.
Is your body cam on?
Somewhere else to go. So you can always call dispatch and get any more information you want.
How are you going to take an oath to this country and you don't uphold the First Amendment? Do you even know what the 5 things is in the First Amendment?
Sergeant Arthur, nice to meet you.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying you need to educate your officers, though. Your sergeant.
I've not violated any of your amendments. I'm having a conversation with you.
And I respect you. You know, I do.
I
I hope you got on YouTube because you got good praises on you, brother.
I just want to know why you're so angry.
I'm not angry, but when somebody like that comes in here and tries to trample on my First Amendment rights, I'm going to get angry.
I understand.
Okay? Why do you think there's such a distance between the people and the damn cops? Think about it. Because of dumbasses like that. Those are the people that don't need to be in office.
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't see her as that. And
Of course not. Of course not. Come on. You all.
I uploaded this same video just a couple hours ago on the YouTube platform. So you're probably wondering why I took down the original video and replaced it with this one. It's because the YouTube algorithm didn't think you could handle it if you're under 18 years old. So they slapped the original with an age restriction. Now, age restrictions severely limit the viewership, and this information in this particular video is way too important to not be seen.
I didn't know
So
that.
in order to work around mommy and daddy Google, you're going to see some additional censor beeps and blurred images in order to get out the vital information to a wider audience. And that vital information is that there appears to be a serious, almost epidemic sickness within the ranks of...
So I'm going to change my videos then because I've been putting, I do a lot of videos where I don't even talk. So therefore there are no swear words. So I'm going to start doing that from now on.
law enforcement communities all across our country, and there seems to be a high concentration of this sickness in Loveland, Colorado. And people need to be aware that they don't need to drop their guard around those who walk among us with uniforms and badges. If anything, we should all operate on a more heightened level of alert when cops are in our presence. And that includes you younger people out there, as you'll soon see in this video. It seems like the tyrants of the Loveland, Colorado Police Department are going out of their way to make their beautiful city look as unattractive as possible. We now have another cop reportedly doing bad things, this time to Loveland, Colorado. known as the gateway to the Rockies and the Sweetheart City, is fast gaining a reputation as police brutality and criminality central. We all know about Loveland officers Austin Hopp, Daria Jalali, and Sergeant Metzger's merciless treatment of 73-year-old grandma Karen Garner back in June of 2020 and the resulting $3 million settlement. We were witness to the June 2022 excessive force by officers Jeremiah Wood, Matt Cycla, and Evan Dunlap during the arrest of John Sears and his teenage daughter in front of their home. And we've heard about and seen 28-year-old Officer Russell Moranto's on-camera use of force on 59-year-old Angela Hall in June of 2023 in a hospital when he punched the handcuffed woman in the face. We also know about Loveland Officer William Gates' history of making wrongful DUI arrests. And then, of course, there was this in September of 2021.
Also in Loveland, 3 weeks ago, an officer shot a developmentally disabled 19-year-old man. Well, today, we learned the young man is dead. CBS 4's Rick Salinger has more on what happened when he was confronted by that officer.
This is the street where Alex Domina lived. He had a tough life. He was abused as a child, spent time in foster homes, and finally moved in here with his grandmother, where the incident occurred.
We have a young man that's having a mental breakdown. He's breaking everything and throwing stuff. We need assistance immediately, please.
When Loveland police arrived, they encountered Alex Domina in the backyard.
He's got a knife. He does have a knife out, okay. Yes, he has a knife.
The young man had a mental disability and was living with his grandmother.
Hey, Alex. How's it going today, brother? You put the knife down for me, and let's just talk, man. Don't come near me. Stop. Stop, Alex. Stop, man. Don't make...
Of course, it was at this point that the officer, trembling in fear for his life and unable to disarm a kid, took the drastic step of, well, you know what happened. But it's got to be like that, right? Because officer safety trumps, well, it trumps just about everything in life you could possibly think of, including life itself.
He was shot in the abdomen and spent 3 weeks on support before passing away.
And I think this case really highlights the fact that police aren't always the best first responders, and particularly in cases of mental health crises.
Police aren't always the best first responders.
And that's putting it nicely and mildly. Not always the best first responders? How about almost always the worst first responders?
The Loveland Police Department does have 2 mental health professionals on board to respond, but they were off duty at the time, and police said this was too dangerous for them.
All of us at the Loveland Police Department, all of us, share the community's sorrow over the death of Mr. Domina.
The case remains under review by the district attorney. What is being called a celebration of Alex's life is now scheduled for Sunday at the Crossroads Church here in Loveland.
And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Loveland tyrants have a long history of abusing those they swore to protect and serve. And there doesn't seem to be any indication that they're going to put a halt to their brutality in a city of over 77,000 people anytime soon. There's no doubt that the Loveland, Colorado Police Department has some serious issues, and Police Chief Tim Duran has a public relations nightmare on his hands. Just last week, Duran and his Hate Land crew was basically forced to disclose that 28-year-old Officer Dylan Miller was arrested after a teenage girl came forward saying Miller assaulted her several days after he conducted a traffic stop on her and several other people in late July. Several days later, the girl and another person were at a Loveland park after hours when an on-duty, in-uniform Officer Miller contacted them, told the other person to leave, and made the girl walk with him to a secluded area where he assaulted her, according to the Larimer County Sheriff's Office. Miller, of course, was fired, leaving Chief Duran to have to give a press conference.
People who victimize children deserve to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. Anyone who uses their badge to do so is a disgrace to this profession and should be rooted out.
Just a few days after this, Fort Collins police arrested another Loveland police officer on suspicion of assault and, according to the Loveland Police Department, the reported incident took place in a home in Fort Collins and police were notified about it on November 2nd. Loveland police said in a news release that after an investigation, 58-year-old Wilbert Howard was arrested on Thursday afternoon. Unlike Officer Miller's on-duty crime, the release said that Howard was off-duty at the time of the reported incident. Loveland police said that they are not releasing further information due to legal protections regarding victims who are under 18 years old. Get that, victims. That's plural. So apparently, according to how this report is written, Wilbert Howard left more than one victim. The release was quick to point out that the reported incident does not have any connection with Howard's official duties as a police officer. The only problem is cops have a particular mentality. That's why so many of them get in trouble. Howard is on administrative leave, of course, and is subject to an internal investigation in addition to the Fort Collins criminal investigation. So what do you think? Is Loveland, Colorado a good place to live when you got the protectors and servants violating and brutalizing the population? If you happen to live in Loveland, Colorado, what's your experience with the Loveland Police Department? If you know somebody who lives in Loveland, share this video with them. They may be unaware that the cops in their area are really this bad. Leave your thoughts about this to the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Don't forget to subscribe to my email list.
I did a lot of these already. Let's see.
I honestly did not know that Klaus Schwab has been overeating bugs and has become a police officer.
I'm going to ask you one last time. If you want to do it, you can. If you don't want to, I'll take you to jail for trespassing.
You will eat sandbox. In other failure to identify police tyranny news,
Because you're refusing to give your information, you'll be going to jail for failure to identify.
You can't just press my information out of me if I haven't done anything wrong. It's my fucking rights, man.
I'm stopping you right now. This vehicle can't go anywhere because you have expired license plates. Oh, you guys can do that, and we can't. Is that how it goes? Is that how it goes? You guys can drive expired license plates, and we can't, right? Do the research, huh? That's the driver's shame.
welcome back to
Here's the deal.
Hey, thanks for giving this video 3 million views in 4 months. Cops are only here to serve and protect you. And we have video evidence of this. I'm just kidding. Here's another ego-driven sociopathic cop with an attitude.
Are you coming to me? How's it going? You're concerned about my intoxication?
Is it a cop's job to harass a member of the public who has stopped to film the police? This cop aggressively approaches a man with a camera while launching unfounded accusations of public drunkenness.
You're a little hostile to strangers right now. I'm a little concerned about political
No,
investigation.
I'm not hostile at all.
And follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes only.
You're crazy, man.
No, I'm a police officer.
Police sergeant, crazy. We're kind of using synonymous terms here, aren't we, officer?
Get back up and get on my face.
So, just want to check, make sure that you're not breaking the law by eating under the influence of alcohol in public.
I think you need to get out of my face and stop approaching me.
So, based on some of your symptoms that you're showing me,
You can take your bullshit somewhere else. Stay away from me.
you're slurring your words in public, you're unsteady on your gait. concerned that you might be under the influence of alcohol, unable to take care of yourself.
You're obviously concerned about a lot. You're making stops in unmarked cars.
Imagine the instability and psychological trauma that has to be going on in between this clown's ears to abuse his authority and intimidate a guy with a camera. But don't you worry. Soon he'll be joined by this bearded clown who will do absolutely nothing to stop his pal's bully tactics.
Do me a favor, keep your distance.
So I'm going to detain you now at this point because I believe that you might be intoxicated. You're not being rational.
Stay away from me. You have no probable cause for anything. I'm allowed to hold a video camera. Okay?
But you're not
so
allowed
stay
to talk
away
about
from me.
You're not allowed
I'm
to
not
talk
drunk in
about
public, and you got no reason to think so. So get away from me.
I do. Like I said, you're hostile.
Get away from me.
You're slowing your words a little bit.
Get away from me.
Your gait's unsteady, and you're actively aggressing us.
Wait, what did he just say?
And you're actively aggressing us.
Oh, the irony. The irrational, aggressive costume circus performer is claiming that the guy he's aggressing is being aggressive.
What the hell is wrong with you people? I'm not actively doing it. I was walking away when you started walking to me.
So
it's all on camera.
If you are able to walk away and make it home safely, you can do so. If you continue to stick around,
Thank you for your permission.
then you'll be arrested for being drunk in public.
I was already walking away when you pursued me.
Have a nice day.
You too.
The psychological underpinnings of this cop's actions toward this man would lead a reasonable person to conclude that a man like this absolutely does not need to be in a position of authority. And we hear a lot about all these good cops and that there are only a few bad apples. Well, 100% of the cops in this video violated their oath to protect the public. So how should you react when a badge tyrant tries to pry information out of you? Maybe do like Kenny Suter, the original I don't answer questions guy.
If for some reason you can't roll the window down, I saw you roll it up.
I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions.
You don't answer questions?
That's correct.
What's the reason for that?
I don't answer questions.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. Do you know this lady back in the accident, or?
I don't answer questions.
Okay. Well, have a nice day, sir.
All right, thank you.
May I help you? Are you Kenneth Suter?
I don't answer questions. Can I help you?
I'm looking for a Kenneth Suter.
I don't answer questions. I don't answer questions.
Pronounce your last name for me.
I don't answer questions.
I'm going to need you to pronounce your last name.
I don't answer questions. It's there on the license.
Okay. Who's the gentleman you were standing here?
I don't answer questions.
Is there a reason why?
I don't answer questions.
Do you have a nice day?
You too.
Can you give me your phone number?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, is there anybody here that can answer questions?
Don't answer questions.
I'm not going to respond to that, sir.
Sorry. Have a nice evening.
Okay, I'll do that.
Now, there's an intimidation phrase that cops like to use to let you know that they're laying down the law and this is the way things are going to go down. And that intimidation phrase is, here's the deal. Let's count how many times this circus performer, Officer Balloon from the St. Augustine Police Department, says here's the deal in an attempt to get into this guy's house without a warrant.
You check?
You want to come in?
Yes, please. I'm not coming in through the window.
I'm not letting you in either way. Okay. But I'm just saying what the officer did. He acted like he was Blake's friend, and I didn't know who's creeping right here next to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him who he was. Said, I'm Blake's friend. Obviously, I can't see that well.
Okay.
Because I'm inside.
Okay.
And so he needs to make himself known that, because I thought he was like some weird guy.
Okay, well, here's the deal. I'm Officer Balloon, St. Augustine Police Department, okay? Blake lives here, right?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. We need to talk to Blake. Can you let us in? We're not here for you. I don't care whatever you're doing in here. I just want to see if Blake's here. That's it.
I'm not going to let you in
May I ask why not?
Because I don't associate with the police or with Blake. I'm a neutral person here.
Okay. Do you like having the cops at your house every single night?
I don't know. I just got back. I don't know what you guys have been doing.
Jesus Christ. Okay, here's the deal, dude. Here's the deal. I'm assuming you're recording me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I really don't care about that. Here's the deal. We need to talk to Blake.
Well, all I can tell you is Blake is legit not here from what I see.
Okay, well, everybody else has lied to me here.
What have they said?
They've said he's not here when he's been here.
Oh. Well, I just got back in town, so I
cool.
wouldn't know.
So here's the deal. You let us in. We look in his room real quick. We're out of your hair. That's it. I don't care. I don't want to associate with you. I don't want to talk to you other than that. You can go about your business. Okay? I got nothing for you. Okay? I don't care what you're doing in here. Your business is your business. I need Blake. All I'm asking is that you let me look in his room real quick, and we're out of your hair.
Why do you keep making it seem like I'm doing something? Like, I don't have no issues with anything. It's just I don't associate with you.
Okay.
I don't need the police's
You were
help.
super chill here the other night.
Yeah, I am. I didn't have. If you guys are in here, what am I gonna do? Nothing. Like, you guys do your job. I'm not gonna help you with your job. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm just gonna do my business. So I'm not gonna let you in. I just don't appreciate, someone just coming in my yard and saying he's Blake's friend. And I thought it was some weird. Maybe it was Blake's friend. He's weird or something. I don't know Blake like that.
Okay.
And it was creepy. So I just didn't want that to happen again.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. I'm standing right here.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
I can stay here all night.
Okay.
I really don't care.
As long as I know you're a good-looking, safe man, you're not gonna be weird or.
No, I'm not going to be weird. In fact, I would like to leave this place.
Yeah,
So if you would let me inside, just take a look at Blake's room real quick to verify he's not here, I will leave this place and probably not come back.
7 Here's the Deals is in less than 2 minutes. That's got to be some kind of record. When you're in the presence of cops, one of the best things you can do for yourself is shut the frick up. No, seriously, shut up. Cops want you to talk so that they can catch you in your words. And beware, because they will act like they're your long-lost buddy. And that's all it is an act. Documents and video after video reveal that this fun-loving group of protectors is trained to lie to you. They'll use their deceptive smile to get you to drop your guard. Oh, what a great smile. And look at those beautiful teeth. But there's an ugly truth behind those beautiful teeth. Never forget that these people are agents of the criminal injustice system. So if you get pulled over and a cop starts asking you a whole bunch of questions, just shut up. And then grab your camera and start recording and reach for your Know Your Rights trifold. Invoke your unalienable right to be silent without saying a word. Stop answering questions like, where you coming from? Where you going? You got any guns in the car? How much have you had to drink? Just stand on your rights loud and clear without making a sound. This thing's got established case law and constitutional rights in one nice, neat package. Just do yourself a favor and grab a couple of anti-corrupt cop kryptonite trifold. I'll leave the link in the description for you. Hey, thanks for taking your time to watch this video. If you haven't done so already, we're going to go over this interaction between this homeowner and an Ogden Police Department employee. This is called Ogden Surprise Idiot of the Week with the original video. Now, what I find interesting about this before we get into this is that We the People University also did a cover on this video right here, and they age restricted the video, which is interesting because in the first 2 minutes, Abaya Israel bleeps out all the F-bombs that this homeowner drops, and yet they age restricted his video, which has 67 or 68,000 views, but they haven't age restricted the original video that has 108,000 views, and it is just full on F-bomb from start to finish for 3 solid minutes. This homeowner is F-bombing this cop and her compadres. And there's a huge outrage going on online. On one side of it, you have the thin blue line, you know, what we would call bootlickers, outraged that anybody would talk to an officer of the law like this. They're just out there doing their job. They're trying to make everybody safe. And on the other end of it, you have people like us who are like, you know what? The disdain is justified. The vitriol that pours out of this lady's mouth, this homeowner's mouth, toward these cops is, according to the videos we've seen, all the video and body cam evidence and dash cam evidence. We're talking hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of videos out there showing exactly how cops are. It is justified. What we're also going to do is we're going to go over the Facebook page of the Ogden Police Department. Actually, let's go ahead and do this now before we jump into this video. But I do want to show you some of the comments that people have left under the Facebook posts of the Ogden Police Department that had nothing to do with this interaction. Right here, they put out a press release about some personal cell phone video that was released and shared to the public, which has nothing to do with this interaction with this homeowner. And one of the first comments is, in Ogden, Utah, police say they have to cover up a person's camera for officer safety, so they need to feel safe from being accountable. They then lie about having a warrant, which she does, and he gives the link to Abaya Israel's We the People University video. And in this right here, this is how to talk to police. So there's a lot of people who are just, and this post right here had nothing to do with that encounter. Another post that had nothing to do with the encounter, this says, Detective Stellman spoke to a local, by the way, Detective Stellman is this lady right here. You see her? That's Stellman? Well, guess what? This is Stellman right here. So it says, Detective Stellman spoke to a local This Is Me group this week. Topics addressed include confidence, how to pursue any career they strive for, and even physical or online safety tips. The girls in attendance were so excited and asked a lot of law enforcement and investigation-based questions. And the first comment under here, yes, girls, you too can cover someone's security camera like a common criminal in an attempt to trick them. You would be a joke if you didn't hurt so many people. So there's Stellman right here. We're going to watch Stellman get cussed out, but we're going to do it on, I went ahead and downloaded the video, and I took all of the F-bombs out because when they age restrict your video like they did with We the People University, then it gets limited reach. But we really need to see this because these are the tactics of law enforcement officers. They employ deceptive practices to give themselves an opportunity to exert their power, and often it is unjust, unconstitutional rights trampling power. So I want to show you right here just how many edits it took and how much time it took to go through every frame break that you see right there is me editing out all of the F-bombs. So you'll get the gist, the F-bombs and the C-bombs and every other bomb that this lady could drop. Let's go ahead and watch some of this video. We're going to go through it. We're going to point out the lies of Stellman and show that she is not the person that you want in society keeping the rest of us safe. Watch this. That's her glove.
You're going to have to get your f***ing hand off my f***ing camera right now.
I apologize.
Get hand. Don't cover my f***ing camera. Listen, bitch. Don't cover my f***ing camera. Don't cover my f***ing camera.
I apologize.
No, shut the f*** up.
She said, I apologize. I had my hand resting on the door. That is a lie. She was in, oh, it just happened to be on that spot on the door. You know what a Ring doorbell camera looks like. It's obvious what it is, and it's obvious that she intentionally had her hand over the camera to obscure anything that might incriminate them as the criminals that they seem to be. She said, I just had my hand resting on the door. Cop explaining from the get-go. Lie.
Cover my camera. What the f*** do you want?
Okay, there's no need for that name call.
You, bitch. You know what? There's no need for you to be all secret shady covering the f***ing camera. What do you f***ing want, bitch?
That's an officer safety protocol that we usually use.
Oh, really?
So that's the second lie. So initially she said, I apologize. I just had my hand resting on the door. It just happened to be covering up your video camera. And then she says, that's an officer safety protocol that we usually use. In response to the lady objecting to having her camera covered up by the glove of this cop. That's an officer safety protocol that we usually use. Is that written down somewhere, Officer Stellman? Is that in some kind of a law enforcement code book where when you walk yourself up onto private property and you're at somebody's house and you see a Ring doorbell camera or any kind of surveillance camera, it's our protocol for your safety for you to cover it up. How does it keep an individual safe covering up the homeowner's camera? How would a cop feel if we covered up their body cams as they were trying to talk to us? You know exactly what would happen. You'd be down on the grass faster than you could shake a stick.
Protocol that we usually use.
Oh, really? No, for my safety protocol, you ain't covering my cameras. You're violating my constitutional rights. What the do you want?
I am here to talk to you. Are you home?
You.
Are you home?
Get the fuck off my property. You got a fucking warrant? Get the fuck off my fucking property.
I actually do have a warrant.
Whoa, really? Get the
Now watch what happens when she says this. She says, I actually, the homeowner asks, do you have a warrant? And she says, I actually do have a warrant, but look at the guy behind her because he taps her on the back, gets her attention, and she looks around almost like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have said that. You know we're being recorded. Watch this.
property.
Watch this guy's face right here. This cop.
I actually do have a warrant.
Whoa, really? Get the
Now he goes behind her, gets her attention. She turns around. You just lied about that, and you did it on camera. We're trying to be out here, a little bit of public relations, trying to look good for the public. You probably shouldn't be. It's already your third lie. Oh, I just had my hand resting. Oh, it's officer protocol to keep, for officer safety. And now she says that she has a warrant. Do you think she has a warrant?
I actually do have a warrant.
Whoa, really? Get the off my property.
It's just
Shit, and now she says it's just to talk to you. What's just to talk to you? The warrant? Did they issue warrants? Does a judge sign a warrant just to talk to a homeowner? Is that what's going on? Is that what she's saying? That's the fourth lie. It's just to talk to you.
Bye, you fucking Bye, get the off my property.
Are you home to come out and talk with me?
Yeah, bitch, I'm inside hiding from you. That's what I knew, you dumb. Get the off my fucking property, man. You know how many times you guys have accused me of hiding in the fucking house from you? Get your fucking hand off my fucking camera and get your get away from
She just did it again. She did it again. I was just leaning on the door, just resting. That's all. What's that? The fifth lie? So far, Stellman has done nothing but lie. From the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So what's going on in the heart of Stellman here? Ogden Police Officer Stellman.
for my fucking camera. Get the fuck off my property. Right now, get the fuck off my property. Get the fuck off my property. What do you not fucking comprehend? Show me a fucking warrant. You got a warrant? Show me a fucking
Dawn,
warrant.
you're losing connection. Ma'am?
That's the sixth lie. We can hear Dawn. She can't hear Dawn? That's the sixth lie coming out of Stellman. That's all she has done is lied. That's it. And if she had a warrant, don't you think she would have already produced it by now?
Fuck you, you fucking ugly cunt. Fuck off my fucking property.
Are you able to restart or something?
No. Get the fuck off my property.
The lady
Are
in
you
buying.
home right now?
Bob, bitch, and take all your fucking friends with you. Bye, cunt.
It's just a few of us here.
Bye.
It's just a few of us. 1, 2, 3, 4. I saw a fifth somewhere on the other side of the house. And who knows? This is just in the view of the Ring doorbell camera. There could be it's just a few of us. Did they really? Is that the seventh lie? I don't know. Maybe she thinks a few is 5 of them. 5 to 1, that's just a few. 7th lie.
Fuck you. I don't give a fuck who's there. Nobody's welcome. Get the fuck off my property. You can stand on the fucking curb, and then you can show me your fucking warrant.
Yep.
But until then, I suggest you get the fuck off my property, bitch. The same fucking Ruby Ridge, too. Get all your little fucking pigs off my property.
I thought that was a powerfully outstanding statement. This ain't effing Ruby Ridge 2. If you don't know anything about Ruby Ridge, look it up. Randy Weaver and his family, they just want to go out in the woods and be by themselves, but the FBI and the ATF would not leave them alone. Look what they did to his dog. Look what they did to his kid, Ben. Look what they did to his wife. Look what they did to his daughter.
In Ruby Ridge, too. Get all your little fucking pigs off my property. Get the fuck out of here, all you little fucking ass fucking cops. Fucking coward.
No need for that name calling.
You, bitch.
Is there need for that name calling? I mean, really? I mean, how should we express ourselves when roving bands of costumed clown tyrants are constantly going around trampling on people's rights, something that they said they would protect, defend, and uphold? What else do these people deserve? So you have basically two different camps. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the middle, like, oscillating. But on the one side, you have the thin blue line supporters, the bootlickers, who say, man, you should never talk to authority like that. That shows this lady's upbringing. She wasn't taught to be respectful. Should you respect people who aren't respectable? And on the other side of it, you have people going, yeah, give.
Actually, I like hearing her talk that way when she's getting treated that way. But the problem is, when you get that angry, you're letting them get the best of you. That's the problem I have with it. She obviously knew all the laws. She was already intelligent enough to, swearing and calling her names, all that stuff, that's fine. But take the tone down so you don't sound so angry. Definitely call her a fucking cunt, call her a bitch, all that. I agree with all that. Who cares at that point? But at the same time, you're a fucking lying fucking cunt. Get off my porch. You can say it that way rather than stressing yourself, letting your voice go so high. You can tell how pissed you are, and all these cops are all smiling. They're all smiling. They love getting us riled up that way. It's no skin off their ass. They just had a great time. So that's the part I would disagree with, that no one else is bringing up that part of it. Even this guy is not mentioning that part. He's saying, it's okay to get that mad. Yeah, but if you're that intelligent and you know the laws that well, that as obviously as this homeowner did, then take it down, continue all your anger and your swearing, but take it down the stress level and just laugh at the fuckers and say, you're a fucking bunch of lying motherfuckers. Get out of here, you fucking idiot cunt. That, okay. But just say it in a regular tone. Otherwise, they get the best of you, and they love it.
Give them what for? Yeah, this is how every red-blooded American should treat these. They might as well be redcoats or brown shirts. Pick a time in history where the people who acted like this had different color clothing on.
Yeah.
These people just happen to have clown suits and badges, Cracker Jack's badges, and come with the authority of whatever state they're in, claiming to be serving and protecting you, and all they're doing is harassing and collecting from you.
Mm-hmm.
So how should we respond? This lady says that she's had an experience. I don't know if it's true or not. If we take her at her word, she's had AR-15s pointed in her face. That would be enough to throw somebody over the edge, especially if you're innocent.
Yeah.
You pointed fucking ARs at me. You cunt. Can't wait till fuck you.
So that's the end of the video. So let me just show you a couple of interesting comments underneath the original video. Lackluster says, I'd love to learn more about this. I'd like to see Lackluster's take on this. This guy right here says, officer safety definitely includes blocking cameras, deleting footage, losing their cameras, charging you $2,500 for a copy. Cops are great at officer safety. And like we've said many times on this channel, and I don't know exactly who coined the phrase. I think it was David from San Joaquin Valley Transparency, but officer safety is cowardice. Public safety is bravery and heroism. This guy right here says, covering the camera has nothing to do with officer safety. It has everything to do with trying to conceal your identity so you can get someone to come out of the residence and do what to them? And trample their rights and take away their freedoms, which equals taking away their lives. Love the homeowner's response. If the cop actually did have a warrant, she wouldn't have left. I agree. But you know, here's the dangerous thing about this video right here is that cops do not like to be talked to like this. This is an ego thrasher. This right here bruises.
Not really. They kind of seem happy to me. They kind of seem like they got the better of this girl because they pissed her off so bad. That's what they like to do with harassment. That's why it's no skin off their ass to send 12 cops to go do a false arrest on one person. They don't care about the waste of personnel. They love the intimidation part of it. I've been since watching you auditors, I'm watching it over and over and over again. And what you auditors don't seem to get, you might get, this dude might understand it, but really, the uniforms, they're the least of anybody's worries. They're the least of them out there. You have more undercover going on right now because there are so many agencies that are all set up. And yeah, so, I mean, to hear this girl getting that angry is great, but she was obviously smart enough she could have handled that conversation and kept the tone down and still was just as aggressive. And she would have got a lot further because the cops would have said, you know, okay, well, she got us on every lie and she's not even getting angry about it. She's just saying, get the fuck out of here. She's allowed to swear, right? You don't have to get angry. If you're going to, I mean, get angry, don't get me wrong, but don't show that you're angry. Don't give them what they want. They want to harass you. So if you act like they, all accomplished, they're all harassed. So we can go now, and then we'll harass her some more. When we see her driving about or walking about, we will harass her again because we know she's going to fall right into our trap and she's going to do, something. She's going to have some reaction to our harassment. That's why I don't react to the harassment. Say, get the fuck out of here, you bunch of fucking idiots. You guys are idiots. And then she could have also ranked out the other cops you can see in the background in the camera and started ranking them out too, because they all deserve to be ranked out as well. She should have started pulling them in with what she saw on the camera, in my opinion. That's my little take on
it. Brittle cop feelings. I have no doubt that they will be back, probably actually with a warrant. They'll probably show this video footage to the judge, and the judge will be like, they can't talk to my enforcers like that.
Yeah.
We're going to have to do something about this.
I believe that.
And they probably will, and they probably won't end well for the lady.
You're probably right.
So I wanted to get this out there because I wanted to show you the perfect example of why people have a great disdain for cops. This lady did nothing, if you can call her that. This woman did nothing but lie to the homeowner in an attempt to get her to come out of their house so that they could trample her life, her liberty, and her pursuit of happiness. That's my take on it. What's yours? Think your thoughts about this for the world?
Okay, I'll be back.